Hi everyone, happy Friday. I'm going to take a little 3-week break here from posting because I'm doing a bit of a digital detox. So let's talk about it. First, what's a digital detox? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's a period of time where you're intentionally reducing or eliminating your use of digital devices and media. The practice has been shown to improve mental health, improve sleep, reduce stress levels, and increase focus. A digital detox can be as small as a few days or it can be as long as a few weeks. So what are some of my goals with this digital detox? Because I think you need to have a goal going into it or you're just going to sit there on your device the entire time. Well, I'm going to see the world for about 2.5 weeks of my digital detox. I'm going to spend some time solo in China, South Korea, and Japan, checking out the culture, seeing some UNESCO World Heritage sites, and simply enjoy the first time in years where I'm not teaching and I have some actual consistent time off from all of my different jobs. I'm hoping to leave behind some anxiety and stress that I've been feeling over the last few weeks and months. And truly reset, if you will. So, first question that is probably on your mind is, why aren't my wife and kids going along? Anybody that knows me, I talk about my wife and kids. But if you know me, you also know that I love to travel. And sometimes I really love to take 3 or 4 solo trips over the course of a year. I'm kind of fortunate. In 15 years, I built up some really considerable vacation time at Phoenix. And I think there's also something kind of magical about missing your family and coming home renewed. I've done this from the time my wife and I met in the early 2000s. And I've been really fortunate to take some incredible trips. Do I still vacation with my family? Yes, absolutely. Of course. We're headed to Alaska over the summer together. We're going to Bermuda in the fall. And we have our tiny little beach house, or a tiny house as we call it. We are tiny house livers that we spend time together in whenever possible. That we actually just opened for the season 2 weeks ago. So how do I plan to detox? Well, I'm not going to disconnect completely. I've been to China a few times on business. So if you've been there before, you know that you probably need to use Didi, Alipay, a few different apps. Didi's the sort of Uber for China. And I need some translation apps because I don't speak a lick of the native language. Second, I really still do want to talk to my family via whatever means are possible given the country that I'm in. But am I taking a laptop? No, absolutely not. No laptop. Am I going to take a tablet with some movies loaded on board? Absolutely. I'm going to have my Bose Ultra headphones with me. One of my favorite things to do to relax is to catch a movie. It's something that I used to do all the time, almost every weekend when my wife worked. Pre-kids, I would go to the movie theater. And I'm going to tell you what, I plan on watching many of them. Maybe even a movie a night. We'll see. I'm going to be taking a few physical books along with me too. I've been doing a lot of reading on some fiction, but on AI destroying society. And I think it's got some really interesting undertones to things that are going on right now. I don't know how those books will end up, but I've already finished part 1. I'll link them in the post. They've been really interesting and a little bit scary. I'm also going to spend some time engaging in all the things that I don't make time to do when I'm working 2 jobs and hanging out with the fam, right? I'm going to read, I'm going to hike, I'm going to watch movies, I'm going to go see a few shows, I'm going to Tokyo Disneyland. And I'm just going to try to enjoy watching the world pass by with my Sony camera in tow. Why am I talking about this? Like, who cares, Rich, that you're rubbing in that you're going on this vacation? You're going to enjoy peace and quiet. Well, if you work for me or you work with me, you know that I advocate for turning off notifications, going tech-free, and even disabling your company-related apps in your time off. I think the problem is I haven't always demonstrated this behavior. And although, I haven't always demonstrated the behavior, I've progressively gotten better at it. This time I'm not even taking a company phone. So those push notifications, they're going to have to take a break. And I'll see you all in a few weeks. Have you ever taken a digital detox? How did it go? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you in 3 weeks.